Alright, so I'll try throwing my hand in the ring of the TCAP commentaries, I guess. I mean, I'd been fucking watching, TCAP for fucking hella long. I mean, I used to watch this shit like 2 years ago, and only just recently, like, I don't know, within the past like 6 months, that I really start getting into the whole community. And I've been thinking about doing videos like these before, but I just never really had the fucking equipment to do it. So even now, I'm just fucking recording with shitty ass QuickTime player and the fucking shitty mic on my laptop. But we'll see how it goes. I watch plenty of fucking Walls and Fast Eddie. I mean, they're the only ones who do this. There might be more. I don't know. I haven't watched them anyway, but so we'll see how it goes. I'm starting off with the fucking best one, Vincent Ambrosio. It's fat fuck. So I guess we'll see how it goes. I watch this fucking footage like at least once a week. And I don't know, a lot of people don't like him for obvious reasons, but I don't know. I feel like he's definitely one of the fucking high points for the first Hansen versus Predator, the fucking Fairfield investigation. So yeah, I guess we'll see how this goes. So here we go.
In our first Hansen versus Predators web exclusive, we take you inside the case of Vincent Ambrosio. The 19-year-old surfaced in our Fairfield, Connecticut investigation after a sexually charged conversation with someone he thought was a 12-year-old girl.
Yeah, and his fucking chat log's a fucking trip. If you actually haven't read it, I fucking suggest you do. Actually, no. I actually didn't read it. I just watched the video of a voiceover on fucking Joey Jeremiah's channel. But it's a fucking trip. It really is. And it might be a little different because he's only 19 and she's obviously 12, which is a 7-year age gap, which isn't like, I mean, it's terrible, but it's not like too terrible. Like if fucking 41-year-old John DuPay was having this, like it'd be fucking kind of creepy. So it's like not as bad, but it is still pretty fucking bad. Like, I mean, he's a fucking adult and a 12-year-old. I'll get into that later, but yeah. It's still pretty fucked up. He sent 2 dick pics and they're fucking atrocious.
He sent pictures of his genitalia
Yeah, dick
and
pics.
showed up with a knife.
You see, fucking Chris, like, hones in on him on this. Like, later on when he throws the knife into the cowboy hat, he'll be like, I don't know why he showed up with a knife, whether he was gonna use... It's, like, stupid. Like, I fucking carry around a knife. And it's not even, like, the country aesthetic, because he comes in with the cowboy hat and the fucking duster and all that other shit. Like, some people just carry around knives, just how some people carry around guns. Now, the reason why he brought it here, I don't really know, but I think he, like, at least threw it in the cowboy hat to show Chris that, like, I'm not gonna fucking do anything to you. And also, I think he probably understood that he was going to get arrested at some point, so it's probably best to not have that on his person, but who knows.
You might want to feel sorry for Ambrosio. Even I did a little bit. But when you consider if I wasn't there and a 12-year-old girl was, something very bad could have happened. Take a look.
And the problem with this is that, like, fucking Chris basically had to monetize this footage. Or people had to basically pay to fucking see this. And I'm glad it was... Well, this actually wasn't posted on YouTube. This is something different. But I'm glad we were still able to see it. It's stupid that, like, it came out, what, like 3 years later? It came out in either 2018 or 2019. But even by then, Vincent was already out of jail. He only spent 30 months in the pen. So, like, he might fucking see this. Who knows? It's like, I don't know. I'd feel pretty fucking shitty. I mean, I just went through, like, the worst experience of my life going to jail. And I finally got out. And I want to, like, kickstart the rest of my life. And this shit happens. And now everyone fucking hates him even more.
Hey, come on in. You found the house okay?
You're Jenna?
You Jenna?
Yeah.
You look different than the pictures.
Yeah, of course, because it's fucking not the same one. She is a pretty fucking good actress, I would say. I think she was, what? They said the 2 decoys, the female and the male, were from acting school. So yeah, she's pretty good. And you'll see it later on. She's just good. And I wouldn't say she looks 12, but she definitely does look underage. She is only 19, so they're actually the same age. She's actually the same age as me right now. I'm 19, but she's probably what, like fucking 24 at this point? She probably fucking still looks the same.
People always say that. I don't know why.
Oh, yeah, I wonder why.
Do you want a cupcake? I like
Yeah,
your
the
hat.
cupcakes.
I'm sorry.
And he fucking gets
Sorry.
We have all day.
fucking, what's it called? He gets fucking shafted by her. And look, the fucking picture frame right here is all crooked from when Joshua Cologne fucking tried to finger it. Actually, yeah, I think so. This is actually a fucking hidden camera. This isn't even just like a picture frame. Oh my god, I just didn't notice this. This fucking picture frames, this picture is switched. Because if you see during like the John Dupay interview and I think a couple others, it's like a picture of like a bunch of like chefs. And they changed it to this fucking like, what is that, like a restaurant? That's weird. I literally just noticed that. That's fucked. Anyway.
Sorry, I'm really nervous.
So yeah, he just got fucking shafted by her. Fucking nervous Nelly. I don't think that's actually her name. I think that's just like a running joke going around. I actually do kind of want to know who she is though.
Okay.
And she's fucking 19. I'm not saying she's hot because she's 12. She's fucking overage. I can say that. Fat fuck.
I know.
It's a cold.
I forget how cold it gets every winter and then it hits. And...
I'm moving south.
Where to?
I want to go towards like Texas, the desert.
Really? I've never been.
Me neither. But
So
I like the
that
warmth.
explains the cowboy hat.
Yeah, I like the warmth.
Yeah.
It's too cold for me.
I don't know. I
Mom
kinda
wants to go to the
Yeah, see, she's like a good actress. She's like getting engaged. Like she's like leaning in. And you actually see during like the first couple of interviews, or the first couple interactions between the decoys and the predators, she like moves away. She's trying to create as much distance as she can. Like with John Dupay and Steve Buchanan, like she wouldn't like, well, that was him who wouldn't come inside, but she was like standing away from the door, creating distance. Like she's actually like getting into it. And what's this? This fucking mug, was that like a Krispy Kreme mug? Whatever that is.
beach.
So you're not a Four Seasons person?
Not really.
No.
I don't. I want to try Alaska. Me and my friend want to go try a little.
His one friend who's always working.
I heard it's beautiful up there.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
likes the
She's a good actress. I like that.
outdoorsy stuff too.
Mm-hmm.
Did you make these cupcakes? Why don't you have
Not
one,
that good.
fatty?
I like the bacon.
And this is actually an iPod Touch. If you read his chat log, he actually has a flip phone. I think that's it right there. Yeah, it's a fucking flip phone. And then he has an iPod Touch for everything else, for fucking Whisper and Kick and all that other shit. And actually, when I was in like fucking 8th grade, 7th or 8th grade, I think it was both actually, 7th or 8th grade, I actually had like a regular like shitty cell phone, the one with like the flip out keyboard, and then I had an iPod Touch for everything else. But this bull's fucking 19 years old and he has that. I don't know, it's just like a weird like tandem, you know? Like you could have just easily gotten just a fucking iPhone. You can do both at the same time. But whatever.
Yeah.
I kind of want to know what his screensaver is. It's probably a fucking car or some shit.
Nice too. Do you want a water or anything?
Yeah, give me
No.
I
Yeah,
have
you give
bottles.
me a cup of water. Fucking says no and then says yes.
So what do you want to do? You want to just hang out here?
Yeah, you got a TV?
Mm-hmm.
Sit and watch TV?
Sure.
It's so weird to think that these two are actually the same age. There's just like such like a parallel between them. Like, for all they know, they could have fucking gone. Actually, no, they didn't go to the same school. He's from New York, and she's probably from Connecticut somewhere. Put your hand on her ear.
Do you want to like watch a movie or?
Yeah, movies.
Look at her fucking smiling. She's like, "You want to watch a movie?" Like, she's just trying to like bait for what he's gonna say.
What movies you got?
I mean, we can just get something on Netflix. Yeah.
Netflix.
Where's the TV?
It's in the other room.
She's still
Here, you just hang out
smiling.
here for a sec. I'm gonna grab something.
I don't like this this exit. Like, she's kind of like, for Jeff Sokol, like there was like a noise in the other room, so she had a reason to leave. And for John Dupay, like she was like really close, so she was able to get away quickly. But like this one, she's just like, oh, like let me go grab something, or like I don't know, she just could have did something better. And also, Chris comes out at literally the exact same time. They fucking run into each other.
Hey, Tex, how you doing?
There he goes. Hold on,
Just
let me
hang out here
look
for a
at
sec. I'm gonna grab something.
it. Hey Tex, how
Hey,
you
Tex, how
doing?
you doing?
How you doing?
Why don't you come over here and have a seat at the stool, please?
Yeah, kind
And
of.
see, this is the thing, is that Chris, going into this, wants, you know, something good to happen. He wants a fucking, like, big show, because actually, he came on Friday, which was Oh no, he either came on Friday or Saturday, whatever it was. He you had John Dupay, you had Joshua Cologne, and you had Stephen Buchanan all come before him. I think he was the fifth Predator that came out of the 10 who ended up showing up. And Chris just fucking knocked all three of those guys' asses around the ring, so that made for fucking really good TV. Those clips on Crime Watch Daily have fucking millions upon millions of views on YouTube, which is exactly what Chris wanted. So he's going into this like, hey, Tex, how you doing? Because he's going to create like a, he's going to put on a show for the cameras, the fucking plenty of hidden cameras around. But only until he fucking starts crying does, he kind of died down a little bit, which is unfortunate, but... No, don't leave. Come over here.
What's going on? How you doing? I'm good. How are you? You knew what was going to happen.
If you knew it was going to happen, you wouldn't have fucking showed up. They all fucking say that. And yeah, he's actually wearing the same outfit as, who else came today? It was him. It was Charles Lawrence. He must have came right after this, because this is the afternoon, and Charles Lawrence comes like, like in the evening? Like 4 or 5 o'clock? Because this, what does that say? It says like 2:50 something? I don't know. And then later that night, Jeff Sokol came, and he's all wearing the same outfit. So this is a pretty busy day.
Somebody was gonna show up here.
Somebody was going to show up here.
Sorry. You know what?
He fucking starts crying.
I have nothing to live for.
He fucking goes to it right away. Takes the hat off. My
Life's a mess.
Why is it a mess?
You see, Chris at this point, he's just like, fuck, these ratings are not gonna be good.
I failed high school. I have no motivation to finish it. None of the pills about work.
What do you do for a living?
I don't have a job. I'm a fuck up.
My god, it's been what like fucking... When did he come on? It's been not even like 25 seconds, and he's already listed out to Chris every single reason why his life fucking sucks. He doesn't have a job. He fucking failed high school. He's on some sort of medic. He's actually on it for bipolar depression. He'll go into it later on. So he's got fucking mental issues, and I don't know. I mean, he fucking just met the dude. Actually, through this entire confrontation, he never even knows who Chris is. Chris doesn't say at the end, oh, I'm Chris Hansen, and this is an investigation called Hansen vs. Predator. As far as he knows, this never was going to be on TV or anything until after he left. Now, the cameras did come out at the end, so he probably had like an idea, but as far as he was concerned, he didn't know what the fuck was going on. Yeah, terrible fucking ratings, Chris. That's his fucking face right there. Shit.
Look, I can understand how tough that is on you. But why does that make it okay?
I wasn't gonna do anything.
But that's not what
She
you
said
said.
you. I know.
Ambrosio might have said he wasn't really going to do anything.
Chris lost weight. I don't know.
Ambrosio might have said he wasn't
looks
really
skinnier
going
there.
to do anything with the
Yeah,
12-year-old
that
girl,
fucking gray hair.
but I knew something else from the transcripts. He had also contacted another one of our online
Fucking
decoys
terrible.
posing as a 13-year-old girl.
I want to be a cop. I wasn't gonna do anything. I just want
You want to be a cop?
to have a friend.
Well, then why don't you go join
Because
the
he's fat,
police
Chris.
academy or...
I'm fat. I can't do anything.
My god, this guy is just in fucking need. Fucking complete need. It hasn't even been fucking 60 seconds. Yeah, you are stupid.
Look, I had a father who was overweight. I get
Chris fucking tries to relate. Oh, I have a father who's overweight. He's fucking fat right now in this fucking thing. He could have been, yeah, I'm fat. You're fat, I get it. No, his fucking father.
it. It's tough.
He's stupid.
But still, that doesn't make it okay.
Yep, there he brings out the knife.
I gotta tell you, I
What
was
did he
pretty...
say?
Doesn't make it okay. I gotta
Say
tell you, I was
thank
pretty
you?
taken back when he tossed that knife into the cowboy
Stop
hat.
being so fucking
I
dramatic, Chris. It's a fucking knife. It's not like he was about to fucking pistol whip you.
honestly can't tell you why he had the knife or if he had any plan to use it, but it was a little bit frightening. It doesn't make it okay
Yeah,
to
real
conduct
frightening.
yourself this way on
Social chat
social
sites.
chat sites and talk to a girl who's 12 years old.
Jenna Claire.
What grade are you in? 7th.
7th grade. Holy shit.
Cool, could I see a pic of you? You like older guys. You said all this, right?
Yeah.
I meant a naughty pic.
Oh my god.
You send a picture of yourself.
I know.
He actually sent 2 dick pics, and actually, yeah, you can find them uncensored if you fucking look hard enough, and they're fucking trip. He fucking like, compares it to like a fucking toothbrush, and it's just fucking go look for it. Holy shit! Yeah, don't remind me of it. I don't even fucking want to think about
I'm
it.
not that big, but I could fit inside you.
Oh my god, and that's just one of fucking many things that he said. This fucker told 12-year-old Jenna Claire to go fucking get a ruler and measure the fucking opening of her fucking vagina because he was afraid he wasn't gonna fit. Like, what the fuck? Like, what, like, female is gonna fucking, like, hear that and, like, get turned on by it? Like, has he fucking, like, never talked to any female before? Like, that's just fucked. It's the whole fucking, like, John Dupé thing. Has that line ever worked for you?
Have you ever played with yourself? I mean, you see how this looks. How did you get to this place?
Oh my god. He's got some fat hands.
Look, everybody's got personal problems, right? But that doesn't mean it's okay to do this.
Right.
You get that?
Yeah.
My god, man. Get yourself the fucking
How
together.
far did you drive today?
An hour and a half.
Hour and a half.
Hour and a half, Jesus.
And how many other times have you done this?
Never.
Never.
Well, that's
Wrong.
hard for me to believe, Vincent.
She said she wanted a friend. I'm stupid.
But there's no friends 19? 20?
I have one friend. He's always working. Nobody
The
else.
one friend he's gonna go to
Look at
Alaska
the way
with.
I dress and stuff. Everybody thinks I'm weird.
God, that's such a fucking shitty excuse. If fucking people don't like you because of the way you dress, don't fucking dress that way. I mean, I used to fucking dress pretty shitty. I used to be the fucking guy with the fucking basketball shorts and the graphic tees and the fucking like Nike slides and the hats. And like, you just fucking make a change, you know? I made a change. I fucking revamped my style, you know? And it helped me. Like, this guy's just fucking like making all these excuses and thinking that all these things are just out of his control when they're not. I mean, he's fucking 19 years old, for God's sakes. He's an adult. He's got to do something. And he fucking blames it on his, he just blames it on his lack of motivation. And that's just not a fucking excuse. It really fucking isn't. And I know he's only 19, but it's still not a fucking excuse.
Well, the only weird thing I see is that you're trying to hook up with a 12-year-old girl.
Named Jenna Claire.
Named Jenna Claire? I mean, have you tried to get some
Jesus.
help?
With this stuff?
Yeah.
No, I never told anybody anything.
Yeah, you probably
How
should.
often do you go on the internet
To do that.
to do this stuff?
Not with girls. Not little girls.
Well, what made you do it this time? I mean, just help me to understand what's going on in your mind.
I don't know. That's the problem.
Oh, he fucking knows. He was fucking horny.
You gotta
He
know.
fucking wanted to rail this 12-year-old.
Vincent, you're an adult now.
Exactly. He's just fucking thinking that all these, like, outside things are just, like, preventing him from fucking moving on in life, when literally the only thing that is preventing him from moving on is himself. He just doesn't fucking get it. And maybe this is the fucking wake-up call he needed. God, this is probably fucking the best thing that's ever happened to him.
You get this as a felony, right?
Fuck
What are you
yeah,
gonna
it
do
is.
about this situation?
Nothing.
I mean, you gotta pull it together.
Yeah, you do.
Where'd you go to school?
Catchman.
Where?
Catchman Wappingers.
Catchman Wappingers Falls.
Yeah.
Did you finish?
Chris knows this. He knows he didn't finish. I told him already. Oops.
I failed English, participation in government economics.
And that's the thing. If it was fucking hard enough finding a career, finding a job in today's world without a college diploma, imagine this fucker's experience without a high school diploma. I don't even think you can get a fucking entry-level job like fucking McDonald's or Walmart without a high school diploma. Like, even their standards are fucking pretty high in that regard. And he goes on, he fucking talks to me. I'll just let it play out.
I'm supposed to be doing them online. I don't have any motivation to do anything.
Well, what happened to your motivation?
He says he has no motivation to finish it. That's not a fucking excuse. First of all, it's high school. I mean, I fucking graduated high school, and now looking back on it, I'd fucking much rather be in high school than in college. You know, college, sure, it's a lot better, but high school, you just did not have as many, you know, responsibilities. And high school isn't even difficult. It's not even about being smart and getting high marks and good grades and all that other stuff. It's just about doing it. I mean, God forbid, you show up, you fucking do the work, and the teacher sees that. They see you putting in the effort. You're gonna fucking do okay. You know, you might not get straight A's and fucking honor roll, but you'll do fine. So the fact that this guy fucking failed out of high school, which I didn't even know you still could do, really. Like, Jesus, who the fuck fails high school? Like, him saying that he failed high school doesn't mean he doesn't have motivation or that he's dumb. He's just fucking lazy. He is.
Just this depression so
No, it's not
crippling.
the fucking depression. It's your fucking lazy fat ass who won't get up and fucking finish high school or get a job or do anything.
Did you go see somebody, a doctor?
I'm seeing it. What is he? I think he's like a nurse practitioner, kind of. He prescribes my medicine. I'm not a big talker about my feelings, so he talks to me about it. When I go, he prolongs the appointment for me.
So you've been diagnosed with depression.
Bipolar depression.
Bipolar depression.
It's a tough disease.
Yeah, it is.
What do you take for it?
Would you even consider that a disease? I don't know.
I'm on
It's on Lexapro.
the Lexapro, gabapentin, and Adderall. It's supposed to give me energy to want to do things, but
And this fucker's on so much fucking Adderall and it's still not fucking helping him.
I had fucked that up.
He goes
I didn't
into
realize
dosage.
what it...
I mean, you don't seem like a dumb guy, Vincent.
He gave me 10 milligram tablets to take. Start with 10 twice a day. He says that doesn't work. Bump it up a dose to 220 to 210s.
Boy
So
Scout.
20 twice a day. I bumped it up to 30. He refilled the prescription. I didn't realize he refilled the prescription. That's why I said in the last message before I came, I have aches and stuff. Is because I didn't realize
I
when
have
he
aches.
refilled it, he bumped it up to 30 tablets. So I could take just one tablet in the morning and one at 12 o'clock noon. I was taking 330, so I was taking 100 in the morning.
Chris is just like,
12
yeah,
o'clock
yeah, I
noon.
can understand. I have
I
no
was
clue what the
taking
fuck you're
330,
talking
so I was
about.
taking 180 a day.
180 milligrams.
That's a lot of Adderall.
That's a lot of Adderall.
What did that do to you?
I was so antsy. I was angry at my dad. I was angry at everybody. I picked my fingernails to nothing. I've had withdrawal down for the last
God,
couple
he's
days
fat.
because he can't refill it because it's not October and now the fucking insurance company doesn't want to.
Walls went into that. Yeah, it was Walls. How he was being so candid with Chris. How he, like, dropped the F word a couple times. I don't know, I do kind of like that. No other Predator really does that.
Refill 30 twice a day, extend the release because they say it's too high of a dose, but I'm fat, so the 30 didn't bother me.
Did you ever try to diet?
I've actually, with the Adderall, I lost weight. I lost about 20 pounds, and I've lost 40 pounds since January.
God, I almost want to see a picture of him before. Even more of a fat fuck.
It seems like
And I'm usually not this mean to people. I'm really not. I'm a fucking good person. But, like, even Fast Eddie said it, like, he usually doesn't fucking, make fun of people. But if you're gonna fucking walk in this house trying to fucking have sex with a 12-year-old, you basically open yourself up to all this fucking negative attention. I mean, you really do. You fucking lose all that as soon as you walk in the
Like, in
door.
that respect-
Any sort of respect that I could have for you. Like, and I can have respect for you for, you know, your various medical conditions. Because, you know, it's not really in your control. But your weight is in your control. And he's just not really doing anything about it. So, yeah. You're fat.
you were heading in the right direction, but here you headed in the wrong direction. How are you going to get back on track here?
I don't know, that's the
He
problem.
says he wants to try now a month with this Adderall to see if it works. I just want to get shock therapy.
What is this, the
It's not
fucking...
that.
I don't like. I sat on the floor and I cried the other night to my mom. I said, I don't want to feel like this anymore. I don't want to get up. I don't want to get out of the bed.
What did she say to you?
She cries. She feels horrible for me.
And you live at home.
Of course he fucking does. Where else would he be
And I
living?
do take care of my grandfather. He is
God, he's fucking like oh God, what was his name? Dan Allen. Dan Allen from the fucking Riverside thing. Yeah, I take care of my father. He's blind, which is weird because he actually kind of fucking looks like Dan Allen. Big fat ass fucking. Although, he's a little more has more of a guilty conscience than Dan Allen is. He just tried to fucking play it off. Fucking retard.
Vincent.
How is he doing?
As best as he's gonna get. He's gotten worse.
Listen, I can empathize with all of that.
Except this.
Except this.
And I'm glad I want Chris to fucking bring this back up, because this was probably like fucking 2.5 minutes, 3 minutes of him just fucking telling Chris how shitty his life is and totally getting away from the actual point of the sting, or of this video just in general, that he came to fucking be with a 12-year-old. And that's the thing about a fucking 12-year-old. I know that age of consent laws differ between states, and I'm pretty sure in New York, where he's from, in Connecticut, from where this took place, it's probably 16, much like it is in my home state of Pennsylvania. But I'm actually not sure what it is here. It's probably 16. And also, there's the Romeo and Juliet law, which will keep teenagers from like having sex offender registry for the rest of their lives and basically having their lives ruined for having sexual relations with someone that they're with who also happens to be underage. And that only covers teenagers between the ages of 19 and between the ages of 13 and 19. And at most there can be a 3-year age gap. So like a 13-year-old and a 16-year-old, a 14-year-old and a 17-year-old, 16 and 18, things like 15 and 18, things like that. But fucking 12, literally, in any of the 50 states, is a fucking big no-no. Literally anyone, this 19-year-old round-faced fucking a person like John DePay, fucking 41 years old, or someone who's like 15, if you have sexual relations with someone who's under the age of 12, there's fucking like no defense for that. There literally isn't. If the girl or boy can prove their age, you're automatically found guilty. It's like statutory rape. And she's fucking 12, and this fucking fat ass apparently didn't realize that. Or maybe he did, and he just fucking didn't care. 12. That's fucked. Fuck me. Yeah, fucking heavy breathing.
It's pretty graphic, right? You know better.
Yeah, it fucking was pretty graphic.
You
Holy
shouldn't be
shit.
sending pictures of your genitals to a 12-year-old girl, right?
I fucked up again. There's nothing else I can say, but I fucked up again.
Well, how else have you effed up?
School, my life, everything.
Yeah, everything. Yeah, your whole
Do you
fucking
have any
life.
hobbies?
Not really. I like driving and I like smoking cigars, but I can't do that for the rest of my life.
Why?
Because I need to get a job and I need to get structure in my life. And
Where do you gotta go from
Or
here?
at least he finally fucking admits it, that he needs structure in his life, and he'll give up fucking smoking cigars so he can go and, find that structure. But I mean, for God's sakes, man, he's gotta do something. Yeah, you know better.
This is not a good day for you.
What else is new?
what else is new? It's never a good day.
When did this start for you? When did it get off the tracks for you?
The depression?
Yeah.
It's like since I'm 12, 13, I think it started. I've been through 4 or 5 doctors. Millions of different pill combinations. That's why I wanted shock therapy.
Shock therapy.
I posted on the Whisper app last week because I've been feeling like having the withdrawal and stuff. I said I just want to kill myself. And
Yeah, and he actually mentioned in the chat, I think at least once, he might have done it twice, that he was just gonna kill himself. And it's just like, I mean, you can kind of like understand that because he's like young, but like if you're like fucking older and you're like doing like fucking middle school shit, like, oh, I'm just gonna kill myself, like that's just fucking pretty pathetic. But for him, I mean, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt for once. It's difficult. What am I gonna say?
the nurse from, I guess she's in England, she said that there's a shock therapy, and I looked it up, and I told my doctor about it, but he doesn't want to do it, and he wants to wait and see if the pills work. I'm tired of seeing if the pills work.
Okay. And that's just no way there's a fucking nurse from England. It's just some fucking troll just fucking saying shit and fucking getting him in this way. I mean, I didn't even think shock therapy even still fucking practice? And what is that gonna fucking do? It's like a fucking shock collar for a dog. You shock the dog, he still fucking barks.
Well, what you did here is hard to excuse.
Yeah, it is.
But I hope you get help with all your other stuff.
Chris just has fucking nothing to say. He totally did not expect this to happen. I mean, he just fucking came in raring to go. Fucking young 19-year-old. He wants to fucking be the 12-year-old. Chris comes in, hey, Tex, how you doing? And, you know, he's just ready to fucking make this all about ratings, you know? But, of course, he fucking throws fucking towel over the fire with this, and he just fucking starts crying. And Chris basically knows at this point that this footage is not going to go on TV, because it's fucking 13 minutes of him just fucking crying. I mean, that's not fucking, like, TV worthy. Like, you have, like, good, like, the fucking Jeff Sokol. Like, that was fucking really good for TV. You got this arrogant fuck eating pizza in front of Chris Hansen, basically, like, brushing off why he was here to be with a 13-year-old girl. Like, that's really good TV. And Chris knows that. But Chris also knows that this is not fucking good TV, which is also the reason why I don't think it ever aired. People say that, like, they didn't want to do a fucking, what was his name? From the, Dark Hero, from the first Sting. They blurred out his face because they didn't want him to kill himself. I don't think it was because they thought he was going to kill himself. I mean, he's already in police custody. He's not going to fucking go kill himself in jail. I just think they aired it because it was all about views. I mean, Chris, it's fucking 10 years after TCAP started. He needs fucking money. He fucking got like 80 grand from his Kickstarter. So he's just fucking trying to milk as much money as possible. So yeah, there's no fucking way Chris was ever going to let this air. But I'm glad we still got to see it.
I want to die. My life is miserable.
Nobody wants you.
He doesn't even fucking look at him when he says that. And he doesn't fucking want to die. He's just being fucking ridiculous. Oh shit, I'm on.
Alright, listen to me.
5%. Hold on. Alright, get the charger. Alright. Here we go.
Vincent.
Look at me.
People over there are gonna get you on the next step.
Hey, that's him now. You're gonna be fucked.
I take no glee in any of this, by the way.
Uh-huh.
I take no glee in any of
I'm
this.
sure.
I got 2 boys, you know.
And Chris is just like he's like saying a lot about himself. He told me he had a fucking father who was overweight and he has 2 kids. Like, I've never seen him do this with any other Predator. And even Richard Riod, he fucking cried. And even Chris didn't do all this shit. I seriously think Chris does feel bad for him. Which is good, because I fucking don't feel bad for him.
So man to man, will you look at me for a minute?
Look at me.
Will you promise to get some help? Please? This too shall pass. But you gotta get help.
Yeah, and it did. Fucking spent 30 months in the pen and then got out. And then you fucking released this shit. So, what does that have to say about your intentions, Chris?
I wish I just had a heart attack, but I was overdosing on the Adderall.
Look at me. Look at me.
Look at me.
Do you promise me you will get help?
Yes, I
God,
don't want to
look at
be
that
like
chin.
this anymore with this. I need this.
Okay, so can we make this a turning point for you?
Yes.
As dark as this looks right now. Okay. But there's no way to go but up from here.
Choked on the water. He's gonna be choking
So you
on
will get
something
help.
else in prison.
All right. Will you do me a favor? Will you leave the knife? Leave the knife right here. Take your hat and
It's not
glasses,
even that big of a knife. You can do better.
and then once you head right out this way,
I'm in my coat.
I'll get the coat. I'll get the coat.
Yep, here they come. God, he fucking looks like the Michelin Man. Fat ass. And that's the thing. I don't think the camera crew were ever supposed to come out. You know, I feel like it would have been a lot better if they actually didn't come out. Actually, no. I think it would have been better if they came out. Because then when this fucking video resurfaces 3 years later after, or 4 years later after he's already, out of jail, he's going to be confused, like, how the fuck did they get a hold of this shit, you know? But Chris also didn't say, I'm Chris Hansen, and this is an investigation called Hansen versus Predator, But they still came out. I wonder if Chris was pissed afterwards.
Which way? This the garage?
Straight through, yeah.
Ron's still fucking with Chris 10 years later. Here they come.
Stop right there, sir, please.
He's fucking strapped with the taser. He's fucking ready.
What are you just shooting me?
Jeff Stacy, can I just be shot?
You got anything on you? Just the knife. Where's that?
And up.
Anything in your pockets?
Up,
Anything sticking us?
Phone and stuff in there.
up. There's the fucking male decoy right there. The fucking 30-year-old.
Nothing in your jacket.
Oh, there's the fucking female decoy. How'd she get in there? Where'd she fucking come from?
Here's where your legs from. Open.
Spread your legs.
Trust me, I understand.
Okay, all right. Okay.
Where's your knife? Do you got it?
It's in the kitchen on the.
And yeah, this male decoy is wearing the gray sweatshirt. He wore this gray sweatshirt when what's his face came in. Charles Lawrence, who actually came right after Vincent. So he's fucking raring to go. He only had two predators that he could talk to. Fucking Nervous Nelly over there, the chick, had plenty of them. I wonder how much he got paid for this. Let's gotta check the boots. There are the boots.
Else, right?
Nice
Get
to
the
see you
car.
in this room.
God, you say that to show some stability. It fucking barely fits. Shoot me.
I'll be right with you, sir, okay?
Well, you're still being courteous to him.
You right back there, man?
You alright?
So if I turned around when none of this happened?
What's that?
If I turned around and none of this happened?
We'll talk about that in a little bit.
Nah. I mean, yeah, the fucking whole hysterics in the kitchen wouldn't have happened, but I just think they still would have gotten after him, because they went after fucking Mike Popovich, who was in, what, Virginia Beach? And even though he didn't come to the house because he fucking lived, like, 6 states away, they still got him for the intent of coming up there and being with a fucking 13-year-old girl. And he got fucking 10 years, because I'm guessing the laws are a little more strict in Virginia than they are in Connecticut. But yeah, if he didn't show up, he probably still would have gone to jail. Probably for the same amount of time.
I can't answer all that stuff, okay?
I do this shit too.
All right, no problem.
I do is being stupid.
Yeah.
All
Oh,
right,
stupid.
try to relax, all right?
Hi, Vincent. I'm Detective Irizarry.
Oh, hey, Beth.
My name's Beth. What do you want to be called, Vincent? What
I don't care.
When everyone's in or ready to go, rock it open.
Good. Better?
Yeah.
Try it if you lean maybe a little bit forward. Are you leaning on him? Because it's going to hurt you. You can even almost turn sideways if you want.
There we go.
We're going to process you for what happened today.
Is that his car in the back? Because I actually don't know. Because I know they park in front of the garage, so that's what it is. Oh no, that's the black Jeep. That's like the mom's black Jeep.
You work?
I take care of my grandfather.
Is that like a full-time job?
Yeah, pretty much.
No, it is a
Live in the house with you?
Yeah, we put an addition on last year.
Though.
Built it ourselves.
It's not easy.
It's very debilitating disease, Parkinson's.
Oh, yeah, that's it. So what we're going to do is go into booking. We're going to process you. And we'll talk a little bit about it. And we probably like to just speak to you privately. We're going to walk up and up to the left, okay? This Sergeant Ferris.
Here we go. Interrogation. And this actually whole interrogation is actually available online. And it's like not, I don't know, amazing, but he does go into some things. Says that he fucking had sex with a dude off the Whisper app because he just wanted to lose his virginity. So he goes into that. He goes into how he probably fucking has child pornography. It's a link in my notes. So yeah, he fucking probably could have. No. I don't think he would have gotten less jail time if he didn't sit down and talk. But still, it's never a fucking good option to talk to the police. They're not your friends. Despite how fucking pretty Beth is, probably to you, and how like reassuring she is being to you, she literally has one job, and has to get a fucking confession out of you, which she got successfully.
And balanced out correctly. And I know you said bipolar. Is it bipolar depression?
Yeah, bipolar depression.
Okay. Well, we've been communicating with this young girl. What did you think her name was?
Jenna Claire.
And how old did you think she was?
Jenna Claire Armstrong.
Did she send you pictures too?
Mm-hmm.
And did she look 12?
Yeah, I really didn't want to come.
Yeah.
I thought it was wrong. But she just kept persisting, so
She fucking didn't keep persisting, it was you. Fat fucker.
You didn't want to do anything to her, or you knew you shouldn't have done anything to her?
And this is not.
You were talking to her, do anything?
This is actually the same paper that Chris had, because it has the Hansen versus Predator fucking like header at the top. So she probably took that from me. That has all the chat logs on
Or you
it.
knew you shouldn't have done anything to her? Both. You were talking to her, I think this past Friday, saying, we will probably have
I
sex.
want your young pussy so
really
bad.
Horny. I want your young pussy so bad.
And that's just. I know I'm laughing, but that's just
the
so
damage of
fucked.
just saying something like that to a 12-year-old.
Yeah.
obviously.
Yeah, and like sending a dick picture to a 12, like it may be the first time they've ever seen a penis.
Jeez.
So like you.
And of course he doesn't
changed their
fucking.
world
He knows that, probably like subconsciously, but especially when he's fucking horny, you're not gonna fucking second guess. You're just gonna do it.
forever from sending that. So that's. Did you know that ahead of time?
I guess, yeah, the back of my mind, I did. I wish it was a bad tree.
No, this is a fucking real
Is there
life,
anything on
Vincent.
your phone that we're gonna find?
Yeah, a lot.
Link in my notes with stuff with girls.
What kind of stuff with them?
Jesus.
And they look like
I wonder if he
girls
got an
under
extra
16
charge for that.
having.
Because he didn't get that many. He got 10 years, but it was suspended. And he only served 2.5 in jail. So, I mean, there were fucking people who got way more. Like, Charles Lawrence got fucking 8 years. And I think he had, like, suspended after 3. But I don't know. He was fucked. He was also younger, so he got a little less than
And of
what I
course,
mean?
Yeah.
have you ever tried to hurt yourself?
Yeah, once I had taken 20 of the bags of oxycodone.
When was that?
That was a year ago. Just being
And it didn't
tired.
even kill him.
It killed me.
Did you ever talk about that with the doctor?
No, I never said that to anybody.
No.
Except Mom.
Ambrosio served 30 months of a 10-year suspended prison sentence. As far as we know, he is not reoffended.
Alright, we got through it. First one. I mean, I hope this. I fucking doubt this shit will take off. I'll be happy if I fucking get 100 views on this video. But, yeah, that was fucking fat ass ambrosia salad. So, yeah. I guess we'll, see which one will come next, depending on how well this video goes. But until then, I'll see ya.